Alright, so the day has come. We'll be dropping the ST off right now. Coming back to get that car. Drop that off. I mean, it got a little better. It did. It got a little better, but it's still there. So I want to play it safe, let them check it out, and hopefully they can fix it by the time we pick it up. Alright, so we got first car out of the way. We'll see this car hopefully by the end of the day. Now it's time to go get the Nismo and we'll drive about an hour and a half to go drop that off. So we dropped the ST off. They're leaning towards like a fueling issue. I know that the tank does have a recall on it. For some reason I don't think that so it's just ironic that I got this problem right when I got it back after they did the transmission swap. I'm not blaming them because ironic stuff happens all the time. It happens to me. So I kind of sort of get it. I know that is a possibility, that it's just ironic that the problem just came out of nowhere, but it just happened like right when I got the car back. So at this point, honestly, I don't really care what it is. I just want it fixed. I just want the ST back at 100%. That way we can actually start fixing stuff that needs to be fixed around the car. So I'm just expecting a call maybe around like 1 o'clock from them. But we are on our way to drop the Nismo off at CarMax in Pleasanton. And we'll see what they have to say. I'm guessing I'm not gonna get this car back today either. Especially because with the whole axle thing, and then there's just a couple things that I have on the list. So I'm guessing that we're not gonna get this car back today, which is fine. I just want both cars fixed, that's all. I'm a simple guy, I just want it fixed. All right, so we just got here, so let's drop off the last car for today. I think it's funny how I literally had one car for a month, then I finally get two, the way it's supposed to be, for about like 2 weeks, and then they're both gone again. So it's all good. Let's go ahead and drop it off, and then I guess we wait for phone calls from both dealerships. The Z I'm not worried about, because like there's stuff that they need to fix. They're like, there's no troubleshooting going on with this car, but the ST, like there's actually troubleshooting for like exactly what's going on with it. And up until recently, like my car's been at the dealership, and I never really like taking my cars to the dealership because I don't like anybody else touching my car because I don't trust anybody. So I'm always on the edge like when it's at the dealership, because I'm just like, what's going on, like what's happening. But I guess we sit and we wait and we play the waiting game. With the Z, you can't really, I mean, I get CarMax is one company, but this car was shipped out of state. It came from Virginia, so I can't really be like too mad at stuff like should have been fixed but wasn't fixed. So as long as they fix it, I'm a happy camper. Like I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. So as long as they fix it, I'm good. So we dropped the Nismo off. The lady that was helping me out, I was telling her about the e-brake and how like it doesn't hold, and she was like, oh, the e-brake is not supposed to hold the car, you're supposed to put it in gear. Like, bro, what are you talking about? And she was legit trying to go back and forth with me, like, and I was like, no. And she was like, I drive a manual transmission every day. I was like, same. Like, bro, what are you you're telling me that the car is supposed to be left in gear all the time, e-brake? So if that's the case, what is if the e-brake can't hold the car, then what is e-brake for? And a manual transmission. Like, obviously it's emergency brake, so if it can't even hold the car, what makes you think that it's gonna be able to be there in a time of emergency? Like, come on, bro. Like, get out of here. You don't even know what you're talking about. So we picked up the Z and we are on our way home. Honestly, I did not expect them to finish as quick as they did. But I mean, they pretty much touched all the points. There's no clicking noise anymore, so they greased the axle, which I knew that's what it was, but I was gonna tell them that because I want them to figure it out. So they ended up figuring it out, so they greased the axle, so there's no more clicking. They adjusted the parking brake, so now that it actually grabs, instead of just like freaking pulling all the way up to the sky. I still haven't heard anything about the ST, so hopefully we hear something in the next few hours or so. I mean, not to complain or anything, but this car is absolutely insane, dude. I literally just put gas in this car, let me see, Sunday, right? No, Saturday. So about a day ago, about 2 days ago, put gas in this car, and my gas light is on again. What the heck? Absolutely insane, dude. Like, I'm mind blown right now. Cause the ST, like, it's eco-friendly, and the way that it's set up now is I made it like gas, but this car, like, it's fully stock and it's already doing it. So like, sheesh, absolutely insane. All right, so we picked up the ST, and I'm on the run now because I got a couple stuff I gotta do. It's getting late and I gotta go to the post office and it closes at 5. So I'm gonna talk to you guys as I drive. But I picked up the ST, and basically they were trying to charge me $100 for a diagnostic fee. And my thing is, the only reason why I bought it back there is because they recently did the transmission work, and I never had an issue with the vehicle before. But all of a sudden, after they did the transmission work, you know, the car stalls on startup sometimes. So, and he called me and told me all that. But my thing is, when stuff like that goes down, and like I need to get my point across, I'm an in-person person. Like, I'm an in-person talker. Like, I don't want to talk to you over the phone. I want to talk to you in person, so I can let you know like how I actually feel. So I get there, and he's like, you know, he think everything's all handy dandy, and in my head I'm like, no, like, just wait. So he gets the paperwork and he hands it to me. I'm just like, okay, so I got an issue with two things. And I basically told him that, one, why am I getting charged $100 when if you guys would have never done the work previously, I would have never came back here. I would have tried to figure it out on myself. The only reason why I brought it back to you is because you worked on it last, and literally when I get the vehicle back, like, I'm starting to have problems. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not, let me roll the windows up, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not like ungrateful. Like, I appreciate everything you guys done, because you didn't have to do what you did. Even though you got paid for it, you still didn't have to do it because the car's modified, right? That goes against all the rules. So I appreciate it, but don't sit here and try to get over on me now, you know, even after, like, it's not like you guys didn't get paid for the job previously. But anyways, so I'm like, why am I getting charged $100? And I totally missed the whole part. He called me and he was like, oh yeah, you know, it could be the throttle bodies, this, it's not, they're dirty, the code came up. Like, one, I checked the codes multiple times on the access port and nothing came up. Two, it's not the throttle body. Don't sit here and try to blame it on something that it's 100% not it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a mechanic, but using common sense, why would it be the throttle body all of a sudden now? Why all of a sudden the throttle body is dirty and it's causing the car to stall? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So we were going back and forth with that, and basically I wasn't gonna leave there paying $100. That's exactly why I don't take my cars to the dealership, because they try to get over on you, and it's just like, bro, I'm not dumb. You're not talking to somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, don't sit here and try to get over on me. So and the thing is, like, he was a talker. Like, he tried to talk himself out of the situation, and I'm just like, whatever you're saying that has nothing to do with what I'm bringing up. The point is, the only reason why I'm here is because you guys did the work previously on the car. I get the car back, and all of a sudden I'm having problems with it. So I bring it back to you to double check your work. If you would have never worked on it, I would never brought it back. That's the whole point. So whatever else you're trying to bring up, or whatever else you're trying to say, it doesn't matter. So we were going back and forth. My dad was sitting right there, and we were going back and forth for a little bit, and then he was just like, you know, I can dismiss it if you want. And then he still like tried to go on. I was like, okay, if you can dismiss this, I'll be fine. And that's that, you know. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and argue with you, but I'm just trying to let you know, like, it's not okay. You're trying to charge me $100 to check out something that you already did, basically. So we got that dismissed, and basically, long story short, after all of that, we're still coming home with the same problem. But I did find out when the car was there, they did reflash the PCM, because they had to do a bunch of recalls, and so they reflashed the PCM and all that stuff. So I know a lot of you guys said that it could be the purge valve. I'm gonna look into that also, but I do know, I've heard in the past that when people take their cars to dealership and it's tuned and they reflash the PCM, that they've had issues with it. So what I'm gonna do for extra precaution is I'm gonna reach out to the tuner, the person who tuned my car. So I'm tuned by Stratified, but obviously, like, there's people within Stratified who tune your car. So I'm gonna email him tonight, and I'm gonna see if he knows anything, see if he can check out anything, if I can send like a data log and see like anything, everything's good, or we can go from there. But that's basically sums up my day, and that's why I don't take my cars to dealership. Listen.